Alright everyone, if you've got a rusty metal tool or object lying around, bring it over here and I'll show you one of the most effective ways to deal with that rust. First things first, we're going to secure the rusty piece tightly in the bench vise. Now grab the grinder and the flap disc, but hold on a second and follow my instructions first. Looks like this cordless grinder of mine is having some kind of problem. Well, this is pretty strange. I charged the standard battery pack fully last night, so by now it should have been ready to go without any problem. But at the moment, there's absolutely no sign of life coming from it. The grinder isn't reacting at all, not even a little movement or sound. Before I start assuming the grinder itself has gone bad, I want to make sure the issue isn't coming from the battery pack first. So let me take a closer look and test this battery again one more time. The charger indicator light still hasn't changed color, which means the standard battery pack is no longer taking a charge. Just so nothing gets mixed up later, I'm going to mark it here to avoid any suspicion of swapping it out. And even though the original plan was to show you how to remove rust from metal, I think this charging problem with the standard battery pack is something a lot of people here will eventually run into as well. When an older battery pack gets used for a long time without proper cleaning or maintenance, losing power completely is actually pretty common. So while we're here, I'm going to show everyone how to deal with this problem too. Just to make things more convincing, I also prepared another battery pack that's still working normally so we can check whether the charger itself has any problem or not. You can see it now, right? The indicator light on the charger changed color as soon as the battery pack was connected, which shows that this battery is charging properly and the charger is still working normally. First things first, I'm going to open up the battery casing and take a look at what's going on inside. There's nothing too surprising here. With battery packs that have been used for a long time, it's pretty common for fine dust and tiny spots of rust, the kind that are hard to notice with the naked eye, to build up around the important parts inside. That's why doing a full cleaning first is always an important step before fixing anything else. After removing the first layer of buildup, I'm going to clean everything more carefully using WD-40 multi-use oil. At this step, I'm going to spray a little WD-40 directly into the sliding grooves and contact areas inside the battery pack. It does a great job of loosening old grime, pushing out moisture and softening light rust in hard-to-reach spots. But if you really want to clean everything effectively, combining it with a piece of sandpaper is definitely necessary. The oil helps break the buildup loose, while the sandpaper removes the stubborn rust and dirt much more thoroughly. Next, I'm going to use a cloth to wipe away the excess oil so we can avoid any risk of a short circuit later on. But the job still isn't finished yet. I'm going to make an extra tool to help recover this battery pack from its sudden power loss condition. Here I've prepared a short red wire. And why red? Simple, because this tool won't just need one wire, it needs two. One wire will connect the positive terminal of the power source to the battery pack, while another wire in a different color will connect to the negative terminal of the battery. And on the other end of this wire, I'm going to attach another alligator clip as well. After making one connector tool for linking the positive terminals of two different power sources, I also made another one for connecting the negative terminals as well. While I was still trying to figure out what kind of middle piece I could use to connect the alligator clips to the sliding slots on the battery pack, I suddenly spotted this step drill bit. Don't judge it too quickly just from the way it looks, wait until you see me try it out first. The power source I'm using to safely restore this battery pack is a small battery accumulator. And make sure to connect everything carefully. The positive terminal of the battery accumulator must connect to the positive terminal of the battery pack, and the same goes for the negative side. One more thing to remember, even if this method works well, it's still basically a shortcut trick. Only connect it for about 15 to 20 seconds each time, then stop and check again. If you leave it connected for too long, the battery cells inside can wear out much faster. After removing the two-step drill bits from the sliding slots, I'm going to squeeze the slots back into their original shape and size. And there we go, it's finally charging again. Now I'm just going to leave it there until the charging process is fully complete. To see whether this battery pack is supplying power steadily or not, I'm going to continue polishing away the rust spots from the beginning. And just like that, everything is finally working properly again. The rusty metal surface is smooth and clean, the grinder is running steadily, and even the battery pack that looked completely dead is charging normally once more. Honestly, moments like this are the reason I enjoy fixing old tools so much. Sometimes people see rust, dust, or a dead battery and immediately think it's time to throw everything away. But with a little patience, careful cleaning, and a few simple tricks, a lot of old equipment can still come back to life. And seeing all of it work smoothly again at the end is easily the most satisfying part of the whole process.